We've got some
Hey,
fresh new
I'm
young
Luis.
talent
And
doing some
I'm
things that I
Luis.
know you haven't
And you're
heard
listening to the
before.
Content is Profit podcast.
I am very, very excited that we're back. Honestly, I'm excited that we're back in the
I
first
know.
place.
It's been a while.
And-
Welcome back, Fonzie, to the studio.
Yeah, welcome back to you too. Second, we're gonna be talking about how we failed you guys.
Guys, this is painful to say. We failed you. We did fail you, and and we're gonna talk a little bit of why we failed you and why we think we failed you, and then the whole situation.
Like why we failed you, why are we sharing it, and then we're also gonna share about our thought process about failing you and how we are approaching the situation.
That's right. I like it. Fonzie, by the way, do we have a sponsor today? Since we've been away for a couple of weeks.
Indeed we do. Thank you for asking us, sir. Today's sponsor is your own, the BIZBROS. Yes,
Let's
we
go.
sponsor our own podcast with content momentum. If you're looking to multi-purpose your podcast or video content and turn it into a profit machine, ka-ching, ka-ching, make sure to slide in the DMs at BIZBROS Co. on Facebook, on Instagram.
So good.
I had to do
you
the
didn't
noise
forget.
myself.
Ka-ching, ka-ching. I know. Guys, go ahead and follow the show because it's going to be coming to your favorite podcasting platform. We're in Apple, we're in Spotify, Google, literally everywhere. So just type Content is Profit, follow the show, and support. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, don't type BIZBROS because there's some imposters out there.
I know. I know. We got to go find them.
Type content is profit and you will find us.
Yeah. By the way, the act of typing content is profit, you will believe that content is profit. And that's a step number one for turning your content into profit. Yes. Oh,
There we go.
what is it?
The golden boulder.
Boulder. There we go.
You were doubting which button was which.
I was going to do this one. I'm like, yeah, let's celebrate. No, but that was more of a golden boulder. There we go.
man.
There we go. Okay.
So tell me, why did we fail them? Or you?
Youth listener. Well, here's why, right? Like as I was driving back to the studio today, by the way, full disclosure, we had an interview scheduled today, and we just had to reschedule it. And this was supposed to be Monday's or 2 days ago's episode, at least in my head.
Oh yeah.
Never told Fonzie. But
I'm just
I was
learning
like,
this.
okay, I think this is a great title for the video. You know, we failed you, and why? We haven't been really publishing in the last probably 2 weeks. We've been like very inconsistent with the show. You probably noticed. We've actually, when we were in Orlando, we got feedback from people from the audience that was like there, like shout out Jeff, you were there. You're like, oh my gosh, guys, what's happening, right? And over the last month and a half, it's been pretty crazy. We had 2 live events, and Fonzie was out in Utah. So you know, we're very proud that since we started the show, we have really produced 3 live shows a week, every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then these audios are published every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, right? And every time we go to these events and we share that, a lot of people are really, really impressed. They come to us like, how do you guys do it? And, you know, today's episode 217.
It was like
I'm
a
reading there.
flex. It was like a flex. We'll be like, yeah, we're here and we're
Not
still
like
consistent.
a flex. It's definitely a flex. I mean,
Flex.
congrats to everybody that, you know, goes past episode 7. Or first of all, congrats to everybody that publishes 1 episode. That's huge.
Share the stat. Why congrats to those that go beyond the episode number 7?
Because that is 90% of people that start podcasts specifically fall off or stop producing podcasts after episode 7, right? So
That's right. Welcome to the top 10%, baby.
Which normally that's about an episode a week, because that's normally what people tend to produce. And then when we started the show, we decided, okay, we got to do it 3 times a week. We use it for different reasons, right? One of them is to create an awesome relationship with our guests.
Our thought was, if we fail in 2 weeks.
We fail fast, baby. But
Fail
you know,
fast.
after a year, we've been very proud, and you know, we published more than 200 episodes, right? And that for us is a sense of pride that we are going to continue to move that number up, because, well, first off, we learn as fast as possible, right? We make mistakes very fast. We overcome those mistakes very fast because we create more opportunities, right? So we highly encourage, but we also understand there's a production aspect on the back end that not many people can really support it. Like, we have our own system, and we're happy to share if you want it. So send us a DM. But over the last month and a half, right, 6 weeks ish, the inconsistency, because we were not in the studio, right? We started in COVID here, where we were like pretty much every day inside of the studio. That facilitated a lot the fact that we could produce it, right? But yeah, everything started with Orlando, I believe, that we decided to do live shows over there.
And
yeah, tell me what happened there.
It was absolutely impossible. Honestly, first of all, and this is what we were talking. I don't remember who we were having this conversation with, but it's like, dude, I love inner locus of control.
It was with Carlos in Montana.
No, it wasn't a podcast. This wasn't
on
a podcast. But
okay.
I was like, dude, but at the same time, I hate inner locus of control because even though you want to like, make excuses at the end of the day, you always look inside and you blame yourself for these things that you had control, right? So back to Orlando, we kind of like set this goal of doing the podcast live throughout the event, right? And we're like, yes, we're gonna do it.
We took the equipment. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, it was like an attention-grabbing thing. I mean, imagine going to an event and an online marketing event, first of all, and these random dudes are doing a podcast right in the middle of everybody, right? Like that would turn some heads. People would start asking questions like, oh, who are these guys, right? That was the goal. And day one, we get there. We actually took the equipment out of the car. We take it to kind of like where the registration zone was. Everybody was there, and we're like, okay, we're about to set up. And we saw friends coming in, right? People that we've had previously in the podcast coming in, and we started talking to them. We started, catching up. It was awesome to see everybody. And I think at that moment, we did have the power of saying like, hey guys, let's meet up later. We love seeing you. We can definitely, we said we were going to do the podcast, but I think we decided to hang out with everybody, which don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I don't feel bad for it, but looking back at it, it's like we probably could have made a different decision.
I mean, keep in mind too, this is the first event after a year and a half of being cooked up, right? And we just saw a lot of people that were familiar with the show from the audience, guests, right? Like, and we just literally started sharing, and we're like, okay, well, it was 2 p.m. when we came into the building, and now it's 8 p.m. We need to go to bed because the next 4 days or 5 days are going to be really intense, right? So that was actually the first time, and then we came back from that event. I feel like we recorded like maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and then FONZI goes to Utah, right? I think we did 1 episode that you were up there.
Yeah.
And then I did a solo episode here. But, we often talk about your accountability partner, not just for publishing, but also for your business things, for your private goals, right? The things that you do every single day. And, FONZI, you are my accountability partner for this show, right? Like there's been so many occasions where I come in either exhausted from the day. That was one of the reasons we started recording a little bit earlier in the day. Now we go back to 4 p.m. Eastern. And you come in like, no, man, like, let's do it. We're both here, right? And I think otherwise too. Some days that you're down, I come in and I feel like I help you a little bit.
Yeah.
Do I push you to do the show? Yeah,
you push me to do the show.
Okay. You're welcome. So again, like there's another lesson there. Like the fact that we were apart, like in distance, right? That was a different, a different setup, a little bit of friction when it comes to producing the show.
I feel like up to that moment, we've maybe done like 2 or 3 episodes apart from each other.
Yep.
Yeah. And they always had a different energy. Like
you have a different energy. Like, yeah, don't put me in that bucket.
When we're apart, it's definitely a different energy. Yeah, it's odd. Like we definitely feed off each other's energy when we're together.
I think you feed off of my energy more than I feed off of yours.
I don't know. Debatable.
Debatable. We'll let you vote. Yeah, we'll let you vote.
Let us know in the comments right now. Who do you think feeds off whose energy?
But again, like here's another lesson, right? When we first launched our first show, BIZBROS, which by the way is not up, don't look it up. It's not public.
Yeah.
Just the setup was about an hour, so that was so much friction, right? And if you are producing content right now, if you are producing a show or any type of content, think about the friction that you put yourselves into before producing it. The reason we're able to do this show so often is because it's very smooth. We literally connect the TV to the computer, and everything, the cheat sheet that we pre-loaded is ready to rock and roll with all the information, and the setup potentially lasts about 10 minutes if you don't count like the writing of the intro, right? Probably less than that. So that facilitates the execution of it. So the fact that we were in a new environment, as in FONZI out of town, I was in a different setup as well, that added some friction to the process, meaning that then we stopped it, right? So keep that in mind whenever you're deciding to do a new flow, a new thing, test new tools, right? That was another one. Make sure that you pre-test all these things and make sure that your process is smooth if you want to do this consistently.
Yeah. Let's dive a little bit deeper into, let's peel some layers, right? About the feelings of failing, the feelings of not being consistent after 215 episodes that we were consistent for, right? And that kind of like being a badge of honor that I feel like we will personally were very proud. It's like, oh, we've been, totally consistent for 215 episodes. And then we kind of like, I mean, we didn't fully stop, but we were, like dabble a little bit. We had our up and down. What was the feeling inside?
No feeling, dude. I feel like
No
we're
feeling.
still. I mean,
are you a machine? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. No. Like here's where it comes from. Like I think we're still consistent, right? We just like here's the thing, right? Like we cannot beat ourselves up for that, right? Like, and I'm not saying this an excuse, but at the end of the day, like how many people stop because they're on a flow and then they decide, okay, well maybe for X reason or Y reason I couldn't do it. Guess what? I'm not gonna do it anymore, right? And that's it, and game over. But the fact that we're recording this episode now, we're acknowledging that we had that little break.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I'm still gonna go out and say that we have been consistent for over 2 years, like
I know,
like year and a half,
and we were like, yes, the frequency of our consistency decreased on these last like 3 weeks, but now like I'm asking this question because before the episode, you kind of told me like like I want to share a little bit about like shame and guilt, right? Like maybe do we feel like a little guilty of like skipping some of the episodes? I kind of did. I'm like, oh man, like I wasn't.
Well, walk me through that.
Where like we weren't as consistent as we were before, right? We're still consistent, but we weren't as consistent as we were before. Me personally, I'm the one responsible for hitting publish on the Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays episodes, which if you tune in consistently, which I hope you do, right? Go and subscribe, Content is Profit. You've noticed that the last episode was published on October 21st. So that's a little bit over 10 days at this point, right? And there's been things going on, time constraints, again, traveling, Utah. Then we were in Montana, very little time to like edit these episodes. Again, I look back inside. Can I organize my time better and do it? I'm sure I could have done it 100%. But the fact is that I didn't. So yes, there is some element of guilt, rather like. Oh,
by the way,
like,
shame on you guys. You didn't send us a message. Like, did you miss us? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just gonna say
the codependency. How Georgia put it, right?
Yeah,
codependency on the listener host relationship right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Like sometimes when we kind of like, I feel like we stop that cadence. Again, cadence is that basis of the platform profit formula, right? It's the basis of no cadence, no profit, baby. And we kind of like profit, baby. Didn't fully stop the cadence because a big part of us is the live show, which we did again to a lower frequency than usually. But again, we weren't publishing the podcast per se after, right? We still have like 2 episodes backlog. It will be a third one with this one that we're recording right now. But yeah, that causes a little guilt because you're like, oh man, I'm procrastinating, or maybe I'm not doing what I should do. So now the question is like, what do we do with that guilt, right? And
so here's why when you ask the question, yeah, I want to bring this up, but I don't feel any guilt, and here's why. When we were in Montana, we had an incredible experience with George Bryant. He's been part of guest on the show. Go his name. He's
honorary member of the Content is Profit family.
Yeah, for sure. He's been out I think 3 times, and he invited us to go MC his 3-day event in Montana. It was a great experience. We learned a lot too from the customer journey side of things. That's what they do.
Which, by the way, ad spot right now running. If you are looking for an MC for your event, guess what? Now we are MCs, I guess.
Now we're MC. We can put that in the resume.
There we go.
100%.
Back to the normal.
Back to normal programming. Yeah. I remember like we did a lot of inner work, right? Like as staff, we will wake up early. We will get to the location between 6:30 and 7, and we would do like a grounding session that was pretty powerful, and then set our intentions for the day. So I think like also we did a lot of inner work. And because we were in this position of guiding the entire event and kind of we were motivated, we were encouraged to be ourselves, right? Because that's what the show is, right? They literally recruited us because of the experience they had on the show. And we are being ourselves on the show 100% of the time. So we're like, we need to be ourselves 100% of the time there, right?
Are you though? Are you being yourself 100% of the time?
What? Call me out.
I'm just kidding.
Is it my radio voice? That's still 100% of me.
No, that's in Spanish. You guys, you need, please send me a message, not to @BIZBROS, but to my personal Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
And ask for a clip of my brother's radio voice. And I'll look it up. I'll look for the episode that we did on Spanish.
They won't understand.
And I'll send it to you. Oh, it's so funny. Like when he did it for this is clearly a tangent alert right now.
Yeah,
but
sure.
when we did our first episode in Spanish, as soon as he started talking, I turned to him and I was like, "Who are you? I don't know who are you anymore."
Maybe that's the real me. Maybe I'm just faking, my real life. No, but here's the thing.
Back to
Hold on. I want to put an asterisk in this comment because we get this question asked a lot. Like when we go on other shows and people are like, "Hey, how was your experience when you first like spoke on on the mic, right?" And a lot of people are really scared of their own voices. The first time we really heard our voices in this, okay, I'm speaking about myself right now. Like I don't care. I don't know.
It was both of us.
Both of us. Okay.
This sounds.
No, I don't. No, don't give a warning. Don't give a warning. Don't give a warning. Okay, here's why?
Because it's funny.
Okay, but don't give a warning. You can give the warning after. Let me finish the story.
Then it will be a warning if it's after.
Well, you do like a post warning, a post show warning. Okay, so people ask, okay, do you feel nervous? Like, and I think like that's a big block for a lot of people publishing, right? And sometimes we might feel that we need to feel the same way, right? And the second I heard my voice on the mic, I'm like, damn. I sound so good. And I was actually really excited. Okay, now you can go to your warning.
I mean, no, it was not a warning, really. I was like, man, I love when we tell this story. It sounds so egotistical, but I love it. I love this story.
I mean,
and it's true, right?
Isn't like a thing like of yourself that you feel like really proud? Like your beard, for example?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the beard's looking good today. But but I love this story because a lot of people are like, oh man, I hate myself on camera. Guess what? If you keep telling yourself that you hate yourself on camera, guess what? You're never gonna enjoy the process. Never.
No.
If you tell yourself, oh, I hate the sound of my voice, guess what? You're never gonna enjoy the process of recording a podcast and listening to your own podcast and conversations to see what you can do better after. But it was funny. We didn't go in with that mindset of like, oh, I hate my voice, because we didn't know how our voice sounded through the mics.
No.
But as soon as we started speaking, we're like, damn, this sounds good.
So Gucci. Okay, so if you have that experience in the past or something like that, where you're like, or either you take a picture and I'm like, damn, I'm so good looking, something like that. Just send over that experience, because grab onto those moments, especially like now that we deal with publishing, we deal like with being on camera, we deal with being on mics, right? We have to be comfortable with that. So anyway, mega tangent. Where were we?
Yeah, let's go back to pre-tangent alert. We were about guilt and
in Montana. Okay, yeah. Montana. So we did a lot of inner work, right? And we have to literally like jump head first to being ourselves in this event. So first event, we wear the event t-shirts and whatnot, and the next day we wear our soccer jerseys that we've showcased so much in the show here, and
Japanese
soccer jerseys with weird names in the back. And people were like, oh my gosh, I really like that t-shirt. And we're like, you guys can pull this off. And it's like, right. And at the end of the day, it's about the story that we put on ourselves. And that day we ended up dancing some Hispanic music in front of the stage with a bunch of people from the event. That was super cool. And it was a very different original experience from what I was told from the people in the event that they've never done before, right? And then the next day, FONZI wears his Arsenal jersey. I don't know why you keep wearing that thing, but
because it's absolutely amazing.
Okay,
and it said FONZI on the back. That one, I took the one that said FONZI.
That's it. That's the only nice thing. And then I wore like this like Mickey jersey. Like it has a bunch of faces that if you go to anywhere in the world with a Mickey, you might be a little subconscious, but we're from Florida, we're in Orlando, and it reminds me of Luke. And that was some of the stories that we share, right? And they made it ourselves, right? And that day, there was a cold plunge happening at noon. And as MCs, our responsibilities was to hype everybody up and make sure that everybody made it, right? And FONZI goes like, hey, bro, are you going to jump? And I'm like, hey.
Well, because, all right, I kind of did the commitment, right, for both of us. I will say that.
He literally threw me under the bus.
I was like, oh, who's going to go do the cold plunge? We're going to do it too, right? And I definitely threw you under the bus there. So I committed. So I took, kind of like
he committed
ownership
for both BIZBROS.
Yeah, but I took ownership of that, and I was like, I said I was going to do it, right? So like, I'm going to jump in there.
Yeah. So, I created a lot of friction for myself not to grab the clothes, because I literally put him in a bag. The bag was in a car that was in a parking lot outside of the hotel across the street. So to go get that stuff, I had to like walk out, and it was raining too. We still did and walk all the way there because FONZI had his stuff up there. But anyways, as we're coming back, there's a group of people, right? And they that were walking to the lake, and they're like, hey, are you guys gonna jump? And Fonzie's like, yeah, I'm gonna jump. And then they asked me, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna jump. And in my head, what was happening in that moment was I'm trying to justify to myself, really, because nobody asked, why I didn't want to jump. And I even said, like, I've done it before, like, and nobody asked me. So then I was like, whoa, I started a reflection when you guys were in the lake, and I came back in. I'm like, why am I justifying myself? Like, nobody really asked me. Nobody really cared. Like, I was out there fully, clothed, recording videos, taking pictures for like, what was it? Like 15 of you that were in the frozen lake.
I gotta add, bro, you could have done a better job with those pictures and videos.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Thank you for
Joe,
for taking pictures of memories of that experience.
It's about memories. It's not about whatever. Okay. Wow.
I'm kidding.
By the way, guys, this is the first time I hear a thank you from those pictures after like a week.
I said thank you there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you didn't listen because you were just so focused
so deep in my thoughts.
Yeah,
in my reflection.
Your reflection.
And I was like, wow, this is really the first time, looking back in the last 2 days, that I've been 100% myself. You included, Fonzie, right? Ourselves. And I don't feel the need to put a wall. Like, how many times we go to events or we go to interviews or we go to XYZ, right? And we put up a wall, right? And we talked about really saying how you feel when people ask you how you feel, right? Like,
shout out to Brian Bogert and his concept of feeling safe and protected.
Absolutely.
Go check out his episode. I don't remember the exact number, but go check out Content is Profit with Brian Bogert. And what he talks about there, that's exactly what we felt at that event.
Episode 206.
206. We felt safe and protected, which allows you to drop those walls that you're talking about and be fully yourself.
And then that was, I think, I couldn't think of another moment where I said no to something and I didn't first feel guilty about it, and second, didn't justify the no. It was literally, I just don't want to do it. And that's it. And that was okay. And nobody cared. Everybody enjoyed their experience.
Mm-hmm.
They thanked me because I took amazing pictures. And we had a great time, and nobody judged anything. So, my reflection there was like, okay, I'm putting myself all these stories inside of my head that some might be true, but most of the time they're not true by the eyes of somebody else that's on the outside. So when we tackle publishing, for example, or creation of content or recording a video, right? How many stories do we tell ourselves, like the crazy, I don't like my voice story, right? That prevents us from putting stuff out there, which, by the way, you have to put stuff out there because content is profit.
100%.
So how many times have we put those stories in our head that stopped us from executing, whether that's publishing, business, sales, whatever, right? By the way, shout out FONZI. You closed incredible people for the business.
Let's go.
Face pump. Let's go.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the shout out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out. We're crushing blips over here. But I think it was super cool. So now, how do I relate it to, like, we failed you guys, right? And I think I thought about that phrase more as a headline, but
full circle.
Full circle. But it's, we failed at not being consistent for over a year, 3 times a week, every single week. But at the same time, first off, I don't feel guilty about it after the event, right? Because of that reflection. Second, we were investing time in ourselves, in learning a ton. And then third, we're back. We're back at publishing.
We're
right?
back, baby.
So, and earlier, Fonzie said, like, hey, we need to talk about what's going to happen with the show, how we're moving forward with this. And tomorrow we have a meeting about it. And I got really defensive.
Very. He was giving me like these eyes, just like,
yeah.
And I was like, what's going on?
I was like, why are we talking about this? It's the first time we cannot talk about this on the show. I guess we're talking about it in the show.
Yeah.
But
we gotta show up with full transparency.
Yeah, and it happens. Shows evolve, show move. But by the way, we haven't really talked about what's gonna happen. So that meeting is tomorrow. So I guess you'll find out. But the fact is, like, really, shows evolve, and I really wanted to give you a permission slip right now. If you're listening, if you produce a show, if you produce content, that even though you put those containers or those parameters, like, hey, we're gonna be live X amount of days or X amount of hours or whatever, right? It's okay if sometimes we take a break, right? And this was like probably we're gonna take some more planned breaks moving forward, right? Depending on like if we reassess what's happening in the show. By the way, the show is not going away.
Yeah.
We're still gonna continue to. But this thing is going forever, and ever.
Yeah.
And ever.
We're actually thinking about another podcast.
Like 3 other shows.
Yeah, 3 other shows.
This is our life, guys. This is what's gonna happen.
We're just gonna talk all day.
Talk
all day and party all night.
I know.
Is that the song? I hope I got it right.
Talk all day and party. Is that? No, I don't think that is.
I'm gonna talk all
No, stop.
No? Well, maybe that's it. That's a new
if you know
podcaster song.
If you know the song, send it over. But anyways, I really want to extend a permission slip because that's what happened to me personally in Montana, where it's like, hey, here's your permission slip to be yourself. And we still have to talk about customer journey. That's another episode.
Your hall pass.
My hall pass. My hall pass?
Hall pass.
Because they're like, hey, be yourself. There's no judgment. Everybody literally encouraged that situation, right? So I know because I was feeling that way that other people are probably going to be feeling that way too at home. And if you're listening to this, please be yourself. Share with the world, right? Everybody has their own things, their own issues, their own problems, their own perspectives, right? And at the end of the day, if this is going to stop you from publishing or from executing, you got to let it go.
Yeah. I want to add something in there that you said, like, yeah, the content is going to evolve, right? One of the topics that was covered in kind of like at the event, but we've also kind of like heard lately with Alex Hormozzi's book. We've been digging a lot into offers, and I feel like the digital marketing space overall has been digging a lot deep into offers lately, or at least like the bubble that we're in, because everybody's like sharing that book, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things is like, hey, it's okay for your offer to evolve. So I want to challenge you that not only think on like, okay, well, it's okay for my offer to evolve. But guess what? Your processes can evolve, right? Your content can evolve. It's okay to maybe change some of the commitments that you previously did that, yes, you kept for a while. But guess what? If they are not serving you right now as an entrepreneur and in your journey, maybe it is time to reevaluate and say, okay, well, maybe my new commitment is X, Y, and Z. Just so you know, when I told my brother, like, hey, we need to talk about the show, personally, I'm not thinking, just so you guys know, for the safety of your mind, you know, so you are at peace. I'm not thinking of lowering the amount of episodes that we do. I don't think, I totally believe that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we totally should do this, just because this is kind of like we're energized as well. We feel so good doing this. It was just around more of the processes, the operational side of things.
Yeah.
So rest assured, we're going to be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So don't forget to tune in. Content's Profit, 4 p.m.
By the way, you still owe us a solo episode, by the way.
I still owe a solo episode.
So for the Pick a Bro competition, I think I'm winning on that one.
I'm going to do an episode on the platform profit formula. I did a presentation the other day, which was recorded horribly with the quality. Sorry, StreamYard. I'm going to throw you under the bus. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, StreamYard. We've been using you for over a year now, 200 episodes. I feel like at this point we should be sponsored. But man,
we're flirting with other platforms, by the way.
Yeah, we are. We are flirting with other platforms. We are, testing here and there.
Tangent alert.
But yeah, StreamYard, come on, step it up. If you want some customer feedback, hit us up, because we will definitely share some feedback. Now back to the regular transmission. As
the feed like shuts off.
As they cancel us.
As they cancel us. Yeah. Ooh, you gotta be careful with what you say now. Don't be careful. Be yourself. Okay.
Be yourself. But yeah, back to, we're gonna be having it still Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And again, it's okay for the offer and the content to evolve. Give yourself permission to change and be okay with it.
Yeah. I think that was a solid episode.
That was pretty solid. We actually got a comment right there. Somebody says, "What's up, guys?"
I think it's coming from the Facebook group, and I'm like, please show your name. But on StreamYard, we cannot see it because the group is private. By the way, we do have a private group, Content's Profit Facebook group. So if you want to be part of the community, come join there, because super awesome. By the way, a lot of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow is about a bunch of new stuff that's coming to that group and the network. Content's Profit Network is going to be so good, so juicy. By the way, so if you have feedback or things that you want from that community, if you're tuning in now, let us know. Send us a DM. What do you want to know? What access to what do you want to have that includes equipment, deals? Like, what's fun for you in the publishing side of things. A lot of the things that are fun for us might not be fun for you, but I think really useful. And we've done a lot of we've had a lot of experience in the past year and a half doing this thing. So is that Jeff? Oh,
Yeah.
baby, let's
We love
go,
you, Jeff.
We love you, Jeff. How you doing, my man? All right, cool. I feel like I'm like Sampar now.
Sampar.
That's a solid episode.
Also, that was good. I think
Sampara and shampoo.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's a joke that we'll share with you guys.
I know it's coming.
Maybe in the upcoming days. Actually, I don't think it's a funny joke in English. I think in English it will be a terrible joke.
It's a great show. It's a great joke because we pronounce it badly.
It's one of those jokes that translated make absolutely no sense.
I know. In Spanish, you'll be laughing your booty off. Okay.
Yeah.
With that said, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Contents Profit Podcast. Go ahead and follow the show on your favorite platform and on social media at BIZBROS.
That is right. And if today's episode helped you take one step closer towards your goal, please don't forget to share this episode with at least 3 friends. You can be helping them do the exact same. And I forgot what is the rest, but I'm just going to say the stream stayed up. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was so good.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.